Hey everyone, and on this episode of Combo Convo, we review the 7th round of the Champa tournament saga. 1 second. So Vic, 7th round, another quick round in what's becoming a very quick tournament. We get the introduction of Hit. This whole time it's been building up to this last trump card, this last badass that they have on this team of funny characters. You've had even Frost was funny in a way. So this is the first time we see a very serious character versus another very serious character, which is Vegeta. What'd you think of the fight?
I didn't like the fight. And it's kind of like the tone of this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Tournament overall has been disappointing, and I think it's a disappointment of like the performances of some of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick one. I remember you had seen it before me. You told me it was like it's over, and I'm like over.
Yeah.
And I remember the previews showed Vegeta getting smashed up. So I was like, well, no, I know they're gonna let Goku get in there. I know at one point they are because they kind of hinted at that.
At one point, meaning like an episode later, 2 episodes later.
Yeah, I thought Vegeta was gonna be able to have like give him more of a fight. I mean, it was really a pathetic performance.
Yeah.
Very pathetic.
I was surprised that Vegeta didn't strategize. Like I always thought that. I mean, I get that Goku is the strategist, but I just thought Vegeta would fight smarter than what he did.
He's a strategist too. Like Vegeta is, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It's kind of like it's very GTS. Like some of the stuff is going on.
Yeah.
It's like Vegeta was talking about Takaba right before that show, like the previous episode. He's saying Saiyans, this and that,
pride,
strength. And like you got to put on a bit of performance and stuff like that. It's like, listen, I can understand Vegeta getting beat by Beerus the first time they fought because he was nowhere near his level. I got that.
Right.
But now as a god, I don't expect to see this, this happen. And I always notice that Vegeta's kind of like their go-to, like of getting the shit kicked out of. When he first fought the androids, he was the first person to really take on an android.
Mm-hmm.
He fought 18. She just embarrassed him, smoked him.
Oh yeah.
He fought Cell in his perfect form. He got smoked by him.
Mm-hmm.
And Goku's always been able to give these guys a better fight. And I know that's Goku's like their go-to guy, but I think it's more of kind of like Akira's kind of like a fuck you to Vegeta, because he at one point said that in the interview. I remember he said it, and a lot of people probably know about this. That he didn't even like Vegeta for the longest.
What?
He said I didn't like Vegeta. And later on, he was like, "Yeah, maybe I did like him because I used him so much." Because somebody asked him, when reporters, "If you didn't like him so much, why'd you use him so much? Why'd you make him stronger? Why didn't you kill him off?" He said, "Well, think about it right now. I guess I do like him." Well, if you have to think about it like that, you don't really like him, and the way he's showing him, it's like, no, you don't like him. Like he's really was just a way just to get Goku to go out there and figure this guy's weaknesses. I mean that was really disappointing.
Especially the lead up where Vegeta, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is gonna be Vegeta's moment to take over the tournament, and then I was like, okay, maybe he might not be hit, but maybe he might give him like a run for his money. And then when it's just like halfway through, okay, that's it, he's done. I was like, wow, that was a really big letdown for a character that, to these episodes prior to this one, it was like, okay, he's smart, he's confident, he's a little bit more restrained and just being, the character, like you said, of being just the setup for Goku, and old habits came back, and he just. I mean, what was the key moment for you in that fight that you were like? Because it was weird for me, like. Half of me liked it because there was actually a villain, or not a villain, but there was actually some type of like, I don't know, it was just this weird energy of like, oh, okay, I'm getting this feeling back of like the old school Dragon Ball where you had this guy who was serious and, he actually gave, these characters some type of trouble, where the other characters were more of a Dragon Ball-esque type thing where they're fighting, but it's more of entertainment comedy.
Yeah,
there was no really strategy or fighting to it. Whereas this one, like, you felt there was more of an effort in the fighting, but at the same time with Vegeta's character, it was just like, really, dude, you're just gonna keep going at him. Like, you're just not even gonna try to figure him out, not even gonna try to just keep fighting him.
Established that with Vegeta's previous opponent, like he didn't really try to like strategize at all. He just kind of just brute power muscled him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just muscle sharked him. And this one too, I was like, why are you rushing on head on like a dumbass? Like you're coming out of Ronda Rousey style, you're gonna get knocked out, you know.
Yeah.
So, I was like, why don't you try to throw a fireball, mix it up, like trying to really figure this guy out and stuff. And he got laid out, and then like the only compliment he gave him was like, oh, with all those many hits, you're the first person to actually survive.
Survivor.
It's like, is that really a compliment, or is that just like saying, well, Vegeta's got a great chin, that's it? But
Yeah.
even for a Super Saiyan God level, he didn't have like the chin he should have had. I mean, it was very disappointing seeing that performance he had and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I don't know. It's like I said, he didn't have a strategy, and he got
Quick hits, just quick, boom, boom, boom. Not really. It just went by so fast that I was like, man, I just this fight is way too fast. And now, and this is what we were talking about before, is like figuring out power levels. Is like, well, damn, like this guy went Super Saiyan God and got defeated by this guy, and now we're learning that it's because he basically has like time stop. Basically,
well,
it's like he stops time for that one.
That was
point
interesting.
Of a second.
See, I didn't like the fact that he had that. I wanted him to have a different kind of ability. The reason why I say that, they fought a guy like that before. In they form early on. He was one of Frieza's henchmen. He was part of Ginyu Force, Golda. He used to go ahead and freeze time.
Oh shit!
Vegeta was more powerful than that guy. That guy actually wasn't able to freeze it for like a second. He freezed it indefinitely.
Yeah.
The only thing that stopped him was really his ability to hold on to that because he was out of shape. But Vegeta was like, listen, I was more powerful than you when I first before I even got to Namek.
Oh wow!
And,
I forgot about that.
I mean, he's the one who smoked him. He's like, please, I would like to have actually them show a scene where he wasn't even able to affect Vegeta. That was the thing. He fought a guy like this. He knew how to beat him. He smoked. He's the one to finish him. Because Gohan and Krillin couldn't get it done. He just came out and he flew right by him, paralyzed him, Big Bang attacked him, and that was it. Two hits. 2 hits he connects. He smokes him. So he fought a guy like that. So it's not like
it's not impossible. Yeah.
If anything, it should have been easier for him to figure this guy out than Goku, because like, oh no, I fought a guy. Actually, your version of his kind of weak compared to him, because you could do it like what, second and stuff. Like, nah, dude, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But then the thing really disappointing me is like, I noticed Dragon Ball is trying to get into this like kind of like these comic book villains now. They have like different techniques and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Naruto-esque in a lot of ways, because
that's what I got too.
Like they're trying to be like that. And the thing about it is, I felt like the levels that they were always at was beyond any of this other stuff. Like they didn't need to resort to this. Like the god is not using this kind of like special techniques like teleportation or whatever. It's because really he's just using an extension of his power that surpasses using like really tricks like any of these kind of techniques.
Like you
guys who
tricks.
I mean guys who are not as powerful as them, they will need these kind of things. And that's just what equated why they were fighting the way they were fighting. But now I'm like looking at it and I'm like, no, he thinks that this is like these techniques and tricks are gonna be like, this is how you beat Goku, this is how you beat Vegeta. That shouldn't be the case. There shouldn't be a villain like this who should be able to beat them.
Right.
Reality shouldn't, because it's like I don't know. I think Akira's like confused. I think he's big time confused on stuff. Like I don't think he's done his research. He hasn't done his homework. It's like, I remember when they gave Whis that time thing, where he could go back in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah.
To him, that was impressive. And I'm like, no, there's guys in like the Marvel universe who are very weak compared to these guys who could do it like days, years, indefinite.
I mean, the Flash can go back.
But you're a god. You're a god.
Right.
You should be able to go beyond that. Even Beerus couldn't figure out like what he was doing. I'm like, you're a god.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I don't know like why Champa is over here, grinning from ear to ear. It's like, dude, this guy just smoked a god, and the gods were giving you guys problems. He'll smoke you. He'll smoke you. He'll smoke Beerus. So I don't know why you're grinning, because it's not funny. And at this point in the thing, Goku and Vegeta should be surpass Beerus anyway. Their power shouldn't be able to surpass them, because Goku was giving Beerus problems at a Super Saiyan God level when he was red hair. The blue version is surpassed.
It's true, yeah.
And then he's even had a long time. He had like a couple years doing the surpass at this point. So no, he should be surpassed. He should be on Whis' level now. Both of them. And this guy here
shouldn't be that much of a
like he shouldn't be like that much ahead of Vegeta. Like he shouldn't.
Well, my
he
question
smoked
to you,
him, and I thought the technique he was going to be using was some type of telekinesis. You know what I'm saying?
that's
I
what I
was
thought too. Yeah.
I was like, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? A way to hit somebody without really physically hitting them. And then they kind of got to figure out how to do
How to
that.
dodge it.
But
Yeah.
even something like that, when you're saying, okay, that's the case, then Jean Grey should be able to smoke him. You know what I'm saying? Jean Grey should be able to smoke Nathan Grey, Cable, and all these guys. Exodus. They should be able to smoke these guys. And I'm just like, well, we really saying that? So that means you guys really couldn't hang in a DC universe. Like, you really couldn't. You know?
Well, my question to you is this: is that do you feel like they're trying to bring back more of a Dragon Ball feel to this series?
No, because
than
there
a
was
Z
no.
series?
No, they. I
Because
think.
I feel like there's more comedy in this than there was before. Like I remember Z being funny. Don't get me wrong. I remember Z had its moments where you had your Krillin jokes, you had these jokes, you had the Mr. Satin jokes, but there was always moments where you're like, oh, shit's about to go down. Like now there's no time for jokes or lightheartedness to that extent. But I feel like in
I
this
mean, once
series,
Frieza came out,
yeah,
there was no lightheartedness or nothing like
or
that.
even
When
in the
Cell
tournament,
came out,
or even the tournament, like
there was none.
There was this moment where it was like, oh, okay, this is serious time. And I feel like this, I've never really felt that serious moment, with exceptions to like a couple moments here and there, like maybe when Beerus first showed up and he slapped Bulma. Like, you know, there was some moments where I was like, okay, this is a little bit serious. But I feel like in this tournament, all we've been getting is kind of jokes and subpar fights. Like the fights have been like, all right, this is over already, or this is fighting, but not really a good fight. Like, you know, the whole robot versus Vegeta was more about the environment and the comedy than it really was about the fight. Like,
once again, it was like the tricks. Like the tricks was
yeah,
getting
they were
him,
tricks,
and they were
tricks
simple tricks. They were very simple tricks that shouldn't get someone like Vegeta. Like Goku shouldn't be like the key strategist here. And then it's not even good strategies like they're using. It's just kind of common sense, you know. Yeah. It's like hot air rises, so let me go below it and stuff. Or even tricks like that shouldn't be able to affect them because, like, oh, you're going to try to use me, like, trying to beat me with hot air. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make it where I'm going to get dehydrated. Boom. That's it. That's it. That's all it should have been. Just him extending out his fist, like, come on, dude, I'm way beyond that. Be gone. You know what I'm saying?
So what is then, because I'm afraid, because I'm like, all right, so if this is what we have in God mode, like, what's the future of this series? Because I had a lot of high hopes where I was like, oh, we're going to be fighting some next level shit and we're gonna have like these next level type of fights, but it just seems like there's a problem where they're too powerful and they're trying to figure out a way to have people fight them with tricks rather than fight them at an equal playing field. But then again, it's like you said, it's like, well, they're at God level, so who the heck can they fight at a God level that could even give them some type of
yeah, I mean, it's gotta be like other gods and stuff, but
that's why I'm like I'm so like torn. I'm like I starting in I like the idea of God. I like the idea of all that stuff. But now I'm like, this might come back to hurt them.
It goes back to what I said before. Remember I said I think it was cool when the Beerus came onto the scene. They introduced God, but I didn't think they should have had him starting off at God mode
that fast. Dude.
I said, okay, that's fine. Now they know where something they could get to. Now they have like a measuring stick. Okay, cool. But let's try to achieve the Super Saiyan 4 first. Then let's get the Super Saiyan 5, and let's figure out God. Then let's figure out God Surpass. That's what I would do. Or at least go Super Saiyan 4, then get to God, and then try to go ahead and surpass God. Because, okay, I got to God, but God wasn't quite good enough for this God.
Right.
Better to do God Surpassion. But they just had him go right into God mode. Now they have him go in God mode Surpass. And then it's like, but then once you... They've written themselves in a hole because, okay, now you're surpassed, and what do you surpass to surpass? Because that's your next goal, is to take it to a point where these guys can't contend with you. So once you get stronger than Beerus, once you get stronger than Whis, then it doesn't matter what universe you go into, they're all fucked.
That's it.
They're all fucked. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like, you know...
And we're seeing that right now. We're seeing the limits.
I see that with pretty much everything. I mean... DC rushes stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and show the Kryptonians. Let's go show Doomsday. Let's go ahead and show, you know what I'm saying, Darkseid. Let's do that. Even Marvel, you know, they take their time compared to everything else, but they're rushing. They're rushing. They're rushing. It's like, come on, don't play the Infinity Gauntlet hand till later on. They have a lot of other adventure villains you could go ahead and go through. Mm-hmm. Don't play these kind of like these other roles. Don't show the Ragnarok thing yet. Go do something else. You know what I'm saying? The rock trolls and stuff. And I feel like the same thing with this. It's like they rush too quick.
But this was like ridiculous. We're on episode what are we on 38? And we're already like God mode surpassed. We're already at a point where I'm like, where do we even go from here? Because we're already at a point where nobody's gonna be strong enough to fight Vegeta or Goku.
I mean, the thing about it is everybody else,
except for Hit, because Hit, Vegeta. It's weird. It's so weird because
is he really stronger? I mean, we're gonna into that in a minute, but I'm gonna stay more on this Vegeta thing because it goes back to like the weirdness. Okay, now Goku's trying to figure out, so he's asking for advice from once again. I know you. I know you did that whole segment where you bring him Jacko. I got you. Okay, he's cooler than I thought he was, but he's not cool enough that he should be able to figure this out. Especially just because he has some technology. At this point in their power, technology should not be a factor.
They're gods. They should be able to see.
I don't like references when it says all I gotta do is send a missile and I'll take out these Super Saiyan gods. Missiles shouldn't be able to do that. It's kind of like where I'll go back to that. Superman, Darkseid, they send a nuke up. All it does is really knock him out. That's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And really, if it just pisses off Darkseid, Doomsday in the process. Yeah. And it just knocks out Superman briefly. That's what it should do to them. A big nuke, all it should be able to do is just really knock them out. That's right. It's just an inconvenience. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be references like that. There shouldn't be a guy just because he has like some type of technology type of visors and stuff shouldn't be able to see through these things. God should be able to see through these things. God should if you could pierce from one end of the universe to the next, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to see these movements. It's like we should be the only one to figure out this guy. Beerus should have been able to figure him out. Goku should have been able to figure him out. Vegeta sure as fuck should have been able to figure him out.
And it's not the name that's throwing us off because it's like it's pretty much God saying that you're a god. So it's like it's not like they're calling it God mode and it's a nice way of saying level 4. They established it.
They established it. Listen, they don't have ki. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's nothing that's supposed to have ki, but all of a sudden Super Saiyan God still has ki. The blue one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It still has
Where
ki.
The whole point of the training was they're like, oh, you're wasting ki by doing that. Don't have ki. Don't do that. Just save your ki.
So it's just like a bunch there's a lot of these oxymoron statements are going on in this series, and that's what I feel like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything's contradictory. It's just like something like that should have never happened. Like at this point in their level, it's really disappointing. At the Super Saiyan level, all this shouldn't even be happening. All this shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be needles. Should be able to even pierce their skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
None of this should be happening. Really, no stage, no arena should be able to contain a fight from these guys at this point. From a long time ago. Okay. But then we're getting this and stuff, and it's really frustrating. I'm fine with the whole Manaka nipples is being like
I told you
or whatever. I still felt like you could still bring an amateur, not an amateur. You still bring in a powerful person because you don't know who he's bringing in.
Right.
Don't bring a Skrull. But
again, it goes back to
it's fine him saying that he wasn't the strongest. I'm fine with that, but make him strong nonetheless.
Make him strong, yeah.
The whole nature of this tournament just wasn't good. And they really had a bunch of throwaway characters just to make this last guy look good. Mm-hmm. And then now we'll talk about that fight with him and Goku.
Right, which is
the beginning part.
The preview of 8, yeah.
Goku doesn't even go Super Saiyan God. He doesn't even go Super Saiyan God. He's fighting him in base form. You just seen him knock out your boy in God form. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was in God form. You just see him knock him out, just clean, co-cocked him and stuff. With relative ease, and you're going to play around in base form, that makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. Then you're taking the same kind of punishment.
The same hits, yeah.
That he was taking
in God
base form.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I would have did. I would have did it a little reversed. I would have had Vegeta lose to this guy because he would overestimate him. He would have fought him in the beginning like he done everybody else in his base form or in a Super Saiyan form.
Right.
Or he would have been like, you know what? This guy's on Super Saiyan level. They all could kind of handle some of the Super Saiyan. I'm going to go Super Saiyan Surpass.
Yeah.
Or by now you should be able to access Super Saiyan 3. And I'll start off with that. And then he really should have, then he realized during the fight he should have went to God form.
Yeah.
But by then he was already defeated. You know what I'm saying?
He just
underestimated. And then Goku asked him for advice. What should I do? Go God from the beginning. That's obvious. Mm-hmm. Go God from the beginning because our base form, Super Saiyan Surpass, Super Saiyan level 3. It's not strong enough on him. You're going to have to go for all out from the beginning. He's taking hits from him in his base form, And Vegeta in his God form is just like really out of it and stuff like that, taking these hits. And Goku's just kind of like, I got hit, okay, you know. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well,
like,
the hits were different though. His hits didn't have that purple, whatever that purple aura was that he did to Vegeta. Like whenever he hit Vegeta, there was this like sound effect and this purple stuff coming out of his body. Whereas when he was hitting Goku, there was no purple stuff coming out. It was just straight up strong punch. Because even Goku said it. He's like, oh, these are stronger hits. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if he kind of went easy on Goku because Goku was in his regular form, and then now maybe he's gonna attack him harder. But there was a difference. There was a difference between the hits that he was doing.
You could argue it kind of makes sense because he's like, listen, they can't kill.
Right. So if he's at basic form, he doesn't want to hit him with whatever he hit Vegeta with.
Yeah, I mean, but
still, it's like
he could still have used his power, just minimize and just dropped his food. That's what I would like to see him drop him with one punch after him coming at him in base form.
Yeah,
was stupid on his part. But then,
Goku in base form, out, and then
in base form, but no. It's like he still went out there and used that technique because he was still using that time displacement technique. Yeah. Goku just figured it out.
He's like, oh, okay,
in base form. Venom was like, okay, you figured out base form. This guy, and you're cutting him. You cut him.
And he cut him. Yeah.
In base form, he can't handle a god. Yeah. He can't handle a god. Now they're showing next episode, and I'm like, okay, next episode
he's gonna lose.
They're showing him getting smashed up by Goku and stuff. And then you listen now. This dude's power just increased astronomically. You know, like it's an insane level, and I feel bad for Hit. I feel bad for Vegeta at first for him getting scrubbed the way he did, and now Goku's the hero, and
now I feel bad
for Hit because it's like, no, dude, like it's lights out. Then he hinted at, I got a new technique, so your level's way beyond Vegeta's. It's like it goes back to that, like it doesn't matter if Vegeta and Goku are still gods. Vegeta will never beat that dude. You know, so he should, at this point, what Vegeta should do is just quit. That's what Vegeta should do. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Saiyan pride or whatever. Common sense says I could never catch up to this. Even if we're both gods.
You always surpass me. There's always something that you do that I can never catch up.
When and it goes back to what
it's like.
It goes back to what I said. I don't think Akira, he really does not like Vegeta. Mm-mm. He admitted recently, oh yeah, I guess I kind of do. No, you don't. You really don't. Not by how you just played him out.
I can see it in the
boardroom meeting. In front of his wife and his kids and stuff, and everybody else thinking he's a badass. No, Goku's still the badass. Goku's the biggest badass there is.
I can see in the boardroom meeting where they're like, "So we like what you're doing, Vegeta." He's like, "Okay, everybody. So in this episode, Vegeta loses. What happened? I fuck that guy."
No, yeah, I mean, it's really disappointing what they're doing with his character. It's like.
What I'm more afraid of is like, well, the next episode, like you said, they show the rest of what I'm guessing is the rest of 8 and the end of the tournament, unless, you know, they always have something that happens. Maybe Goku gets hit too many times in his vital because they keep saying that you can't get hit in your vitals too much or you'll die. So maybe something happens with him passing out. I don't know.
I think he's gonna smoke this guy. I mean,
but
all the fights have gone quick. I don't see this guy. He can't hang with Goku in his base form. Goku's going God on him.
My worry is where do we go from here, because this was just a tournament to kind of tease other people from other universes and they're smoking them.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not what they, like I told you, what they could have done. I'm going right back to the beginning, and they needed to change from the beginning. After Beerus got on there onto planet Earth, okay, one thing I would have established was that Vegeta was able to go Super Saiyan 3, but he just got the form. So obviously he was still going to be behind Goku.
Right.
Okay, and whatnot. Goku would have went God. But he wasn't able to maintain and retain those kind of powers. Mm-hmm. Now he just had like a measuring stick to get to.
Right.
Okay. The next form you have to do is like, okay, we got to figure out what's going to be beyond Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta and Goku try to figure this out. Okay. They go ahead and they're trying to unlock Super Saiyan 4.
Right.
Okay. You know, you go ahead and you get into the Golden Frieza stuff. Like I said, I would have changed up the Golden Frieza stuff. Definitely. I would have went ahead, instead of having him training 4 months to get to that level, they revived him almost immediately after he gets beat by Trunks. And the whole time he's preparing, the whole time they're studying them, and they learn other techniques from these guys. For instance, like the fusion technique, and you have him Cold or him and Cooler. Cooler's in the movies, I know, but let's just say you bring him back, or just him and Cold. You know what I'm saying? Boom, they fuse, and then with their additional training and stuff, you still make them prodigies. They catch up that way. They do that. Then they go into this first tournament, like this first universe and stuff. Except now this universe wouldn't be the universe they're fighting now. The universe would be, I told you that, GT universe. It'd be Akira's way of saying, fuck you to GT. GT doesn't count, and I'm going to have my guys smoke your guys.
Yeah.
And you have these interesting fights and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The clear weaker universe versus the clear stronger universe, okay?
Yeah.
Then I would have went ahead after that. I would have went to this universe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And had them fight these villains. Except now I would have made these villains a little bit stronger and made them different. Where they're not really coming at them with these tricks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where Kaba, he is a lot stronger than he is. He doesn't need to go Super Saiyan. He's actually the Super Saiyan, the legendary Super Saiyan. And his Super Saiyan stuff is different. He doesn't go Super Saiyan. He's just a Saiyan, but he's a legendary Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't need to go Super Saiyan. Like, it's just something different. Just make him really strong without having to go into transformations. You know what I'm saying? I would have did that. I wouldn't necessarily made him the main villain. I would have made it to where he was one of, like, their second top tier guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Then I also would have made it where Hit was their main guy, but I would have changed up that technique and stuff. Like I said, I would have made it more of a telekinesis kind of thing, you know, where he used the telekinesis to shield himself from physical attacks and also from the energy attacks, and he could also hit them from a distance and stuff, and hit them with maybe techniques that they don't see coming. They used to a flying ball come at them. Now imagine it's just you hit them with like a push or pull kind of technique. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or redirection and stuff. I would like to see something like that. That's what I would have did. Then in the next universe, you know, you could kind of play with stuff. Actually, I would have probably just saved Hit for the next universe they go and challenge, and have maybe Kaba been the main guy at this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Super Saiyan, the legendary Super Saiyan versus the Super Saiyans and stuff, Super Saiyan gods or whatever. I would have changed it up. Like I said, I wouldn't have them go into God form this one. Like every universe, you just kind of have them.
It's a stepping stone.
Surpass the next.
I mean, that's what I thought this whole series is gonna be. Is like, okay, God mode is the end game. That's where they want to get to. How they get there is what this series should have been. Is like, okay, so now we introduce different universes. Boom, great. Now we have the journey of where they need to go in order to get to God mode. But when you get them to God mode by halfway through the first, saga, is like, well, where do you go from here? I mean, you've already made them achieve their goal. I mean, that was the goal, and now they have it. So now they're just so powerful that you're basically making these characters do tricks to kind of.
And I told you, and Trix shouldn't be able to go out there and contend with these guys.
Yeah.
But
not only that, is like when you make them that powerful, you really only now have two people to make that this whole series, like, to have that journey. Because it's like you have Gohan that wants to train again, you have Piccolo there, you have all these characters there, but at the end of the day, you still have Goku and Vegeta there, so they really don't count anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like that theme song in the beginning is kind of like fitting because you see everybody else behind Goku and Vegeta. They go God, and you don't really see anybody else, and you just really just them. They focus on them. Yeah. I thought they were gonna make this series where they're gonna get everybody else like equal kind of play, and when they had an opportunity to do these things.
Yeah.
Now they're taking it away, and it's like that's really disappointing. It's very disappointing and stuff. Then it's like I said, it's like, well, where are you gonna go? I mean, their thing was to get stronger than Beerus, and then eventually, obviously, they get that point. They're gonna want to get stronger than Whis, and they should be there now.
Yeah.
And Goku figured out something that Beerus didn't figure out. That means
Goku's Beerus.
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to smoke him now. Like, there were only 30% difference in power. That was when he was in God form. Now he's surpassed, and he's had that surpassed form for quite some time. They did I think a year and a half or something like that in the Spirit Temple time.
Yeah.
In the Spirit and Temple time, the
hyperbolic chamber
and stuff. So it's really disappointing. I mean,
and mind you, we haven't read the manga, so I don't know what happens with these universe Dragon Balls. I don't know if somebody makes a wish to wish none of this ever happened.
And the reason why I didn't read the manga, because I didn't want to get disappointed the way I did with the Naruto.
Right.
When I was reading the manga, after a while, I didn't even finish the Naruto storylines and stuff, because of where it was headed. You know what I'm saying? Where things were headed, and maybe it put me off on not even want to see the anime. But that was interesting though. I mentioned that because at one point they start using these energy techniques because that was their final level. Like, you were able to use a type of energy technique, like with the Nine Tails could shoot that energy ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? that were like, wow, he could focus pure chakra into energy like that in the shooting. I'm like, these guys were doing this in Dragon Ball. So then technically, you're telling me that this is the end game. Now these guys are going backwards. Yeah. They had to use tricks before. I got to use this phasing technique, intangibility. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's all energy.
And now
it's all beast and
then it's end up all being just like pure power. Pure power is gonna go ahead and be to really test. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what kind of technique or whatever you have. If you got the pure power, the spot power is gonna go ahead and really determine who's gonna be the best in that universe. These guys were already there.
Yeah.
Now they're getting problems with guys who have techniques. Like I said, it's the stupidest thing when I see Frost hit some guy with a needle and stuff and he drops him. It's like, no. I don't care if you got the most poisonous creature in your universe, shouldn't be able to affect these guys.
It shouldn't even pierce it.
Yeah. It shouldn't be able to pierce their skin. It shouldn't be able to affect them and stuff. And they're getting like they're having problems with stuff that it's just really disappointing. I mean, Goku has to kind of tell these guys and stuff like, oh, don't arrest them for doing a time displacement thing and stuff. Like, dummy, but they shouldn't be able to handle him, you know what I'm saying?
But again, it goes, this series is, like I said, mostly jokey, mostly lighthearted, and, and I get it. I get it, but
he needs a common sense guy to say, listen, but this stuff shouldn't be affecting these characters.
Yeah.
At this level they're at, you establish, tell you the truth, they shouldn't. At a Super Saiyan level, this shouldn't have been able to affect them.
Yeah.
Not even a Super Saiyan level. The minute Vegeta and Nappa landed on Earth and the level these guys were at, shouldn't have been able to affect them.
Yeah.
Vegeta was smoking the moon with just by looking at it, making it disappear, and this was in Dragon Ball Z beginning. I mean, Master Roshi Kamehameha the move one time to beat Goku when he transformed into the Great Beast, the Great Ape, and that was at power level 139. I think they recorded.
Well, I think
let's say 150 to be generous and stuff. It shouldn't. These when you get to the millions and the 100 millions and the billions and stuff in their levels where they're at now, think about that. Like a guy who's at 150. I mean 150. I'm going to say 150 power level. Now you got guys who are like 150 billion in their power level. None of these things should be factors. There should be no alien device, no alien weapon should be able to to kill these guys.
And if that was the case, then you shouldn't have made these guys that powerful. Because all of this would be relevant if you had made them just jump a little bit up in power. Like, okay, I can see that there might be.
I mean, from the beginning,
something that can.
From the beginning, it should have been if should have put more thought into. Let's have them at a Street Fighter level. Then we'll have them, get to Street Fighter 2 level, Street Fighter level 3, 4, level and whatnot. Then we'll have them. Then the end game will be whatever they end up in Dragon Ball. That should be the end game power, and they can still be gods at that level.
At the end,
technically, they were stronger than gods at that point. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, moving forward is they have to figure something out, because if not, this is gonna be a very bad series.
Yeah,
it's all gonna be jokes, and it's all gonna be this whole tricks and things and all that stuff, and it's just
once this guy gets smoked and stuff, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go Kava's planet and stuff.
Nobody's gonna have. At
this point, he was supposed to be their strongest. I don't see why he would not take their strongest Saiyan. It would make no sense. They kind of established that he is the strongest one in their universe. They said he's the strongest one in the universe, so there should be no sleeper in that universe. This the god when you have, his attendant and stuff. Saying who knows everything in that universe.
Wow.
So there should be nobody left. So there's no point in them going there. Not to mention the levels Goku and Vegeta and Gohan are at in the Saiyans compared to the way the Saiyans were back in the day. The Saiyans were relatively weak. I mean, mind you, King Vegeta, Vegeta was a little kid. He already surpassed King Vegeta. He even made mention of that as an adult. So Kaba's, maybe it's Kaba's people a little better and stuff. But it's like comparing to one of the dynamics compared to Piccolo. And this is like Piccolo when he merged with Neil. Piccolo merged with Kami, and now Piccolo after all these years of training. It's it's comparing that. There's no point in them going there. They're very inferior Saiyans, and it doesn't matter at this point going to other universes. Let's just say you get someone stronger and this stuff. The next tournament they have to fight their god. They got to fight their. I mean, the end person should be like, okay, You beat Hit, now fight me, and it's Champa versus Goku, and then Goku smokes him. You know.
I hope moving forward, because I mean we still have another round to go, but I hope, I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna last that long, but I hope moving forward that the wish that they make is that they wish Goku and Vegeta to be banished somewhere, and then we focused on the other Z Warriors, because it's like at this point it's like that's the only interesting fights I'm gonna see, because any other fight that involves Vegeta and Goku, I'm like,
yeah, I mean,
they're gonna be too powerful. It's gonna be a comedic fight, and I only expect comedic fights with Krillin and somebody with a low power level. I don't expect it to be with
I mean, they had
Vegeta, Goku, and all these powerful guys. Where I'm like, all right, it's comedy, haha, but we don't.
Comedy only works so far, like they did with the Son Goku and Return of Everybody. They did that TV special,
Right,
where they had Trunks and Goten fight like the bad guys, the main guys. They were like, oh, Frieza's two strongest henchmen. They had all these years of training, and now each one of them is as strong as Frieza. They're like, oh, Street Frieza level. Let the kids fight them, you know, and whatnot. But it was like a joke. Like, it doesn't matter if they merge or whatever. Like, they were gonna smoke them regardless. And that's what Goku did.
So moving forward, I mean, this was not a good episode. It really shined a spotlight on really what's wrong and what happened, what we were talking about as far as our hesitation of kind of seeing things, and it's just coming into fruition now, where it's like, yeah, this is exactly what we feared was going to happen. I mean, we'll still watch it and hope that maybe something happens. Again, we haven't read the manga, so if you have read the manga and maybe something drastic has happened and you're just like, oh, just wait, I'm hoping that that's the case. If not, I mean, it's gonna be a very tough sell for me to keep watching this and being interested.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you just cutting right to it and stuff. I know the manga and the anime series are not that far behind. I feel like probably just reading, you catch up on the manga.
I might just
let me see what I'm in store for. See if I'm just gonna check out now. You know, like I did with like, Naruto and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. Like I said, I didn't even finish that.
So next episode you might see that we caught up in the manga, and we'll give our thoughts on that. But to kind of end on a light note, I thought that the funny moment was Nipple's moment where he kind of woke up, and then Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God, and he gets shocked back to
which it goes back to what I said. Like, they topped out, man. There's clearly nobody in that universe is strong enough for them.
That's it.
But maybe possibly this guy was, but apparently no. That's a joke.
Yeah.
There's nobody surpassing them. They surpass God form. There's nobody gonna surpass them. I know the end game they're gonna be stronger than even Beerus and Whis. I got that. I'm fine with that. But not now.
Yeah,
not now.
Let that happen.
Let's
down.
Let's have them go ahead and explore different things.
Yeah.
Let's get used to a Super Saiyan level 3 Vegeta. Let's go ahead and let's have Goku work towards Super Saiyan 4, and let's get Vegeta there. Let's let Gohan. Let's let him stay in his ultimate form. You know what I'm saying? The mystic form. Whatever. And let's explore more of that. But
Akira, come on, man.
Drop the ball, man.
Come on, man. You had enough time, Akira. Let's. I know you wanted to introduce a new Saiyan form. I know there had to be a reason to have a new show, and you had it. You just went too fast.
Too fast.
Gave us too much,
the
quick.
way the fights is, like,
you're
going base to Super Saiyan or straight to God. Like, what the hell?
Too quick, man. Too quick,
it's crazy,
man.
Man. It's crazy.
So, again, not really feeling this last episode of Dragon Ball Super. Hopefully something happens. Like I said, we'll read the manga and try to catch up with you guys are catching up. But definitely let us know. Leave comments. What do you think about the fight? Do you agree? Do you disagree? And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Tell people about us. Follow us. We're on Twitter at Combo Convo. And thanks for watching this episode. And as I always say, we'll see you later.